So this is the last of these, well, hopefully the last of these basic KiCAD tutorials, just showing you how to make a small circuit board. There's loads more to know about KiCAD, but this is just the basics of getting a circuit board going. So the last bit I really want to cover is how we go from having this circuit board made to the files needed for a circuit board manufacturer to be able to turn this into an actual thing. So what we need to do is produce what are called gerber files. This is a standard PCB interchange format which your PCB house should be able to deal with. What we do is we go to File and we go to Plot, and we can see a few things here. Generally the plot format is set to Gerber. There's other things you can export it as, but we want to export as Gerber, I would say. We want to export the front copper, the back copper. We want to have the front silk screen and the back silk screen. We also want the front mask and the back mask. And we also want the edge cuts. Don't think we need to have anything else. In actual fact, I don't think we need to have anything on the back silk screen, but I'll show you that in a second. You can output all these files to a directory, so I'm going to go to my PCB directory and create a new directory to put all this stuff in. LM386 gerber. So I've created a little folder and I'm going to put those into there. If we move it around we can do it. So we want the scaling to be 1:1, it should be that. Yeah, so basically I don't change anything else there, and I click Plot, and you will see that it says that a number of these things have been created. Should be all 6 of them that we've asked for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, sorry. We also want to generate a drill file. This is the size and position of all the drills. Now that's done with a separate machine, and that's probably produced with a G-code or something, yeah, PostScript. So I'm also going to output that to this Gerber file. Drill units, actually keep that in inches. Most PCB stuff is done in inches and mils. I keep the zeros and use an auxiliary axis, yeah. And then I produce my drill file, and that's okay. So we close that and we close this. What we can then do is, we don't really know what they look like, so what's nicely built into KiCAD is what's called a Gerber viewer. So if we go back to our projects area, we can look at the Gerber viewer and we'll open it up. And we've got a few options, put loads of different layers. Basically what it allows us to do is just check those Gerbers. So I'm going to load a Gerber in. I'm going to load in the front silk screen, and there we go. So this is what it should look like, and I'm looking for anything where it's on top of each other. So I'm pretty happy with that, I think. I'm also going to load in the drill file, and those should give me the drills to the right sizes on top of all the various components, and I'm pretty happy with that. These are 1mm, these are 1mm, 3mm, probably 0.8mm. And there's nothing around the surface mount LM386. We can also look at the edge cuts. That should give us a layer around it. So we can just build up the layers and just check that they look like what we think they should look like. We can have a look at the copper, so that is the back copper, and this is the front copper. It's starting to get a bit hard to see now. What I actually generally do is also print off these files, these views, from the PCB program. I actually print them on my printer, and then I actually put the components directly on top of the printout to make sure that it looks that they actually fit in the right place, and even to the extent of pushing them through the thing to make sure they fit next to each other. It's quite a good way of checking whether it'll all fit in. So I'm actually going to do that now. So my printer's just turned on, and I'm just going to actually just print them. and I'm going to print the front copper and the back copper, front silkscreen and the edge cuts as a single page. The drill pads will be the size of a real drill, and I'm going to actually do it in black and white because I'm using a black and white printer. I'm going to preview it, so there we go, that's what it'll look like. It won't look like much, will it? What I might do is do them I'm going to do them as one per page. So this will actually do a number of pages. So there's page 1, that's the back copper, there's the front copper, there's the silk screen, and there's the edge cuts. In actual fact, I don't need the edge cuts. So now it'll just be 3 pages. It's good to be able to do this because you can see exactly what it's going to look like. You can see if anything's going to cover anything else up. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to print those. And then I use that to actually test with the real components. Check that they're all okay, that they fit in the right place, that they actually fit in the right areas. And then I think we're done. That is what you need to do in order to create a circuit board. There's loads and loads and loads of other things you can do with KiCAD. There's also things happening. The fact that you've got you'll be able to do track shoving and auto routing. I don't really like auto routing. I mean, obviously with very complex boards it starts to become very useful, but generally with very simple designs such as this one, it works better for you to lay it out well to start with and to use kind of your human pattern finding to be able to actually create it. That actually is better than any kind of algorithm at the moment. So there you go. Have fun with KiCAD. It's very good and will only get better.